Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading. I'm here with Mega Good Vibes. As usual, she's just being her usual cute self. Guys, sometimes, you know when you have a pet and it's like even though you give them a name, that's their name, but like they have so many other names too. So right now she's in her saucy beaver. She's in her saucy beaver nickname mood. So like when she's acting like all like lovey-dovey, I'm like, you're such a saucy beaver, you know that? Just a little saucy beaver. I just love calling her a saucy beaver. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, let me just calm it down here. You're just so cute. Okay, guys, I want to come on tonight and I want to do a reading around the song Synchronicity. And this is an old song, but I know it's a message because just of how randomly I started singing it and humming it. It's not like I heard it anywhere or it was playing. It's just, boom. It's in my head. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. So the song, and it's kind of cheesy and but I want you guys to pay attention to just the message itself, okay? If the song makes you cringe, just try to stay away from the cringe feeling and just pay attention to this part of the song. So it's Pulling Me Back by Chingy and Tyrese. I know. But, it's like an old song, like, oh my goodness, I was probably, I want to say I was a teenager when it came out, But it's just, one of those songs back then that you would just jam to. But if you guys don't know how it goes, the chorus part, it goes, every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back, telling me I need you in my life. Every time I try to go, something keeps telling me that everything's going to be all right. Okay, so you guys can look up the song if you want to. I know I should have sung it a little bit. Sorry, I had to burp, guys. I know I should have sung it, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling the vibe of singing it, okay? Because it's a serious message coming through from the Divine Masculine Collective, okay? Seriously. Okay, why do they even want to pull back, okay? Why do they even want to leave in the first place? Let's get a combination of these messages. Okay, I'm going to read these messages and then we'll get an overall feel for the energy, okay? I'm sorry for walking away without telling you. Some of you might have just been ghosted, blocked. Your masculine might have just disappeared on you. I feel like I'm living in hell now because of how I treated you. And I never had a close relationship with my parents. That's why I struggle to accept your kindness. Didn't we talk about this message, guys? I feel like this came up in this evening's reading, and it's the second time that kindness card came up. I never had a close relationship with my parents. That's why I struggle to accept your kindness. What I'm getting out of this more so too is that, this is a divine masculine that maybe it didn't receive a lot of affection, okay? Or like I'm hearing like motherly affection, and even just fatherly affection, like having it be a normal thing for fathers to cuddle and kiss their kids and snuggle up with them on the couch. And I feel like many of your masculines, like they lacked this closeness growing up, so when they are around you and you maybe display these tendencies to be kind and affectionate, they don't know what to do with it. And I feel like they're in a state of feeling a little bit of like regret and remorse. They could have treated you in a certain type of way because you triggered this exact memory. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. I'm going to shuffle some more cards around this. Okay, why is this twin flame journey? Hi, what you reaching out for? Huh? What you reaching out for? Mama, you're so sweet, baby. Guys, I don't know what it is, but like, I feel like we both can't do readings now without being together. It's so weird. Like, even when I try to do readings and she's off doing her own thing, I'm like, hey, you know what? It's okay. Because I never want to force her on the table, right? But as soon as I start recording or like something, she hears something in another room, like my laptop go off or I start shuffling the cards, she ends up coming and showing up. And now I'm getting this feeling of like her being like my support throughout these readings. I think someone the other day said that in the comments where they're like, you can actually take her to dinner and get in an ESA, I think they called it, maybe an emotional support animal. I'm starting to feel like that. Like I need her here with me to get these messages out. Oh my goodness, my little cheeky beaver. Okay. All right, guys. I want to find out a little bit about why are you guys going through these lessons right now? What are you meant to learn from this whole twin flame experience with one another? What are twin flames learning from each other right now? I know the masculines are definitely going through some triggers here, and you know, this is a strong message too. I feel like I'm going through hell because of the way I treated you. They're feeling like they pushed away the only person that has ever really given them what they've desired, right? At the end of the day, okay, you know what? This codependency card wants to come out. This is probably what they're going through when they say they feel like they're living in hell, okay? Dealing with a lot of addictions, wanting to numb themselves in a sense. It could be through drinking, and it could be other substances as well, maybe even addiction to you know, other things like the internet, for example, if you guys catch my drift. And that's affecting them right now, okay? What else is this masculine learning about this love? What is this twin flame journey meant to help them with in this lifetime? What else are your masculines dealing with? Okay, so we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens, okay? This is about you two becoming more comfortable with each other. Probably because deeper things are coming out in conversation or even through readings, and it's confirming it. So many of you are starting to have compassion for your masculines, or vice versa. You're having compassion for your feminines because certain things are coming up in your connection where you're starting to see that it's like, wait a second, this person has been reacting out of trauma. You know, it's not necessarily me, it's that they can't come close because of certain things that they might have experienced in their childhood, and it's affecting the way that they operate in love relationships. And they don't want it to, and that's why they want to get to know you, okay? They want to get to tell you these things because I feel like they want it out in the open. Many of you who have masculines who it can't get out in the open in conversation, for example, I feel like the universe is showing you intuitively and spiritually what it is they're up against and why it is they are the way that they are in certain situations. You know, and many of you are starting to experience forgiveness as well because you're genuinely feeling your counterpart's energy as remorseful. They're feeling regret. They're genuinely sorry. Okay, so it's promoting a lot of like forgiveness as well. So, you know, many of you are seeing that your person is pulling away because you trigger love within them. But at the same time, when you trigger that feeling within someone, it can be really painful as well because they may not always have had positive experiences when it comes to either love or romantic relationships or just the relationships that they've observed growing up. I think, like I said in the last reading, right? It's like they never envisioned that the whole Ten of Cups was for them, ever. And this has a lot to do with it. They were never close with their own parents. They never saw closeness in relationships. And then here comes this divine feminine wanting to pour yourself all over this masculine, and there's this big obstacle in the way. There's this big block. when it comes to letting you in, and you kind of scratch your head going like, why wouldn't you want this? Exactly why. This is exactly why. Okay, the way that they've treated you and the way that they have handled your love, and why they've been careless with it, it has a lot to do with healing. Okay, and so Divine Feminine, I feel like through this reading you're being called to have an open mind with your masculine. Many of them are not perfect, but I feel like they're acknowledging that and they're working on themselves. Okay, it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type or expectations. This could be somebody who, yes, they're extremely different from you. They don't tap into their spirituality like you do. They may in fact have a lot of trauma, and specifically because of that, maybe you're recognizing them more and more as your counterpart, or many of you are starting to see that it's like, damn, this twin flame journey is really all about healing. Because what I'm getting that for some of you is that as much as there's like romance and the love and all of those sweet moments, you're starting to see that you really are on this path to ascend and heal with this person. Because at times you guys might feel like you're strangers, you barely know each other, but in your darkest of moments or in your happiest of times, the first person that comes to mind is your person, your twin flame, either your masculine or your feminine. Okay, so keep an open mind is what I'm hearing with this reading. They're pulling away not because of you, but because of what it is you're triggering within them. Because at the end of the day, for whatever reason they've pulled away, they've acknowledged that at this time they recognize that it doesn't have anything to do with you. They're admitting to themselves, like, why the hell do I keep handling the situation like this? Why the hell do I let her get close and then I push her away? They're starting to recognize where that's coming from. And I feel like because codependency is coming up, this is an opportunity for them to be able to heal that. So keep an open mind also, for me, triggers the word patience for many of you. And you may also be intuitively receiving this guidance as well from your own spiritual team, which is to keep an open mind and be patient, and also remember the times that this person has probably also been patient with you. All right, guys, I don't know who this is for, but yeah, it's a very heartfelt message. And, there could be a divine masculine out there that is feeling, at odds with themselves right now. They're feeling at war with themselves. Okay, so if you are in a place where you're able to just, hold space for them and say, everything is always working out for me, everything is always working out for us, everything is always working out for my twin flame, it definitely sends that energy to them, and it's like energetic support. Okay, so it's not for everyone, depending on where you are on the journey, but if you are in a place where you're able to hold space, it will definitely be in favor of this person, especially if they're healing addictions right now. Okay, it's almost like yanking them out of that world and helping them to align with healthier habits. Okay, guys, I love you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Okay, all right, bye, guys.